Cancer, how are you? Let's do a reading for your current messages, shall we? As always, please take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story. So I sure appreciate each and every one of you. I really, really do. And if you appreciate what I do here, help me out. Hit that like button. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really makes a difference to my channel, and I would love to see my channel continue to grow. All right, let's see what's going on for you, Cancer, for the next 7 to 10 days. Grateful, thankful for the messages for all my Cancers out there. All right, we got the Six of Pentacles coming out with the Two of Wands. I feel as if you're really looking at a situation as to whether or not it's good for you. All right, because when we have the Two of Wands, it's almost as if there's not much we can do. But when I see the Six of Pentacles, I gotta wonder, are you feeling like this is working for you? Is it working? Is it not working? What is the situation? But let's see what's going on here. Now, at the base of what's going on, we do have the Nine of Cups. Now, sometimes the Nine of Cups, even though it is the wish card, it can also talk about selfishness. All right, and it can talk about the need for somebody to get their way, and you maybe not getting your way. So let's see what this is all about. Now, what is above you? We have the Three of Swords. Okay, Three of Swords, this is not working for you, right? Something happened between you, someone, or a situation, and, you're hurt. You're hurt, and you could be hurt due to somebody's selfish actions, due to somebody not really being fair and, honest with you. And I feel like at the end of the day, you're the one that lost, right? We got the Ten of Pentacles here coming in reversed. So let's see what this is really all about. So we do have the King of Cups coming in this recent past. This could be you. This could be somebody you were dealing with, all right? The King of Cups can represent the Cancer element. We are talking about you, So, I just feel like whether this is you or this is somebody you were involved with, honestly, you are really considering just walking away from the whole thing, just being done with it. But I don't think it's that easy. And I say that because we've got the Hierophant here, right? And we've got the Nine of Cups sitting right next to it. So when we have these two cards, even though maybe this didn't turn out the way that you wanted. And, listen, the Hierophant can represent a marriage. It could represent, a partnership. It's about, the higher institution. And even that being said, it could be about job, a work, situation that is just not being fair. They're not giving you what you really need. Maybe they're just feeding you breadcrumbs, and they're just kind of breadcrumbing you along, thinking that that's enough to keep you around. But with the Eight of Cups, you seriously are thinking about walking away from this because at the end of the day, you want to be happy. You want to know you have your things. You want to know that, you're not going to be stabbed again. And, I just feel as if somebody took advantage of you. You were really kind. The King of Cups is a very kind individual. And then this happens. But before you do anything, here you are at the bottom of the deck with the Seven of Cups energy of like, I just don't know whether or not, I have any options or any choices. Do I stay? Do I go? There's a heaviness about this because we have the 7 and then we go to the 8. So I think, when you're looking at, what should I do? Should I move on? Should I stick around? What should I do? Because the 7 of Wands says, Cup says you do have choices. You do have options. They may not be the ones you want to take right now, may not be what you want to do, but you do have choices and you do have options. Now, moving on, we do see the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Wands. All right, so the Knight of Wands, this is a happy-go-lucky energy. This is about you wanting to be able to take off, go on a trip if you have to, be the life of the party, just enjoying yourself. And I think at the end of the day, that's where you want to be. And if, the money isn't there, and like I said, I feel like you were breadcrumbed. It's almost as if somebody's trying to tell you that, oh, don't worry, we'll give you a little bit now, and then down the road, we'll increase the pay, or, it doesn't happen because this isn't your future outcome. It is reversed. So I feel like, because a promise is broken, or you realize that they're not going to give you the raise, they're not going to give you the promotion, that at the end of the day, you may really need to just kind of leave and walk away. Now, final outcome, we have the Death card. All right, so yeah, I think you really wanted things to turn out well. And, the death card doesn't necessarily mean the end and somebody's dead. What it means is that there is this need for a real transformation to happen. And if they can't work with me, then I'm going to have to end it myself and walk away. So here you are trying to figure out, do I stay? Do I go? Should I hang in there? And the feeling of being breadcrumbed, again, that keeps coming up for you. So being breadcrumbed in this whole situation, being hurt, as a result of somebody's selfish actions, and I think there's loyalty here. I mean, here's loyalty when it comes to the Hierophant. I want to stick around. I want to do this. I want to be the right person. I want to make sure that everything is okay. I want a good outcome. But if, somebody's selfish actions are causing you to lose money because false promises. I'm going to pull a card from the Shuffle Tarot. Now, this is a crazy deck that has, everybody seems to move into another card in this image. So there's a little twist to it. I just want to see what comes out in regards to this spread for you, Cancer. Because I just feel like, here we've got this card of the Six of Wands coming in as the Six of Swords. I mean, you're doing the best you can to try to make something work, and you want a good outcome, but if the situation is troubled, then what you need to do is try to figure out how to move away so that, you feel good about, the decisions that you make. Because remember, at the bottom of the deck, you're starting to look at, what are my options? What can I do? What can I not do? So yeah, that Six of Swords, always indicates that maybe it's time to, move away from a situation that just doesn't seem to get better. Now, the Queen of Swords has shown herself to come out, and, she's holding this energy of the Justice card. So before you make any moves, all right, Capricorn, maybe you are dealing with a Capricorn, Cancer. Before you make any moves, the Queen of Swords is somebody who, is open to a discussion, open to, like, let's talk about it and let's get the facts on the table. Because I think you want, at the end of the day, to this be a really balanced kind of situation. Again, we're looking at the positive give and take of everything. And I think this is why, if you remain open to, like, negotiation, to what is really fair, because again, the scales of balance are really asking you to weigh all of the situation, not just your emotions or their side, but really kind of getting to the crux of the matter. So yeah, this week I feel as if, I'm seeing now the Nine of Swords here. You got to be a little bit guarded, but you also have to stand up for yourself. Especially if you are at the point where you are about to make a big decision and possibly walk away. And I do feel like it's not so much about a relationship, but a situation that you are dealing with. And so now what you need to do is really come to terms with the facts. Come to terms with what really happened, and see, this stab that you gave me, this promise that you were going to give me more money and now I don't have any money, or this promise of doing something and now it's not going to come through. You are after happiness. You are after the ability to be able to move around like this Knight of Wands and just really kind of pull yourself out of what could be a very dry spell, right? So I do feel like, a big decision is looming, but before you make a decision, make sure that you have all the facts. You are really, really clear, and that you are open to a discussion, because I feel like that Queen of Swords, over here, she's got her hand out and she's got the scale, and it's just like, before we go and make any moves, because this could even indicate, before I take you to court, let's talk about this, all right? Let's look at everything and see whether or not we can find a solution before it gets to a point where we can't and we have to move on to, other avenues such as legal issues or legal matters, or really kind of taking the next step in trying to resolve this. So this is what I've got for you, Cancer, for this week, all right? So again, be open to those negotiations. Be open to what is really going on. Like I said, I feel as if somebody is acting in a very selfish manner, and this is just not working for you. So, with that being said, I'm going to end the reading here. Please take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story, right? Hit that like button, and I will see you all at another reading. Until then, be well. Bye now.